spiky ball. Just make sure it's not too hard, so please don't use the one out of the washing machine or one that the dog plays with, because it'll only hurt the sole of your foot. You want one, ideally, that allows a little bit of give with it. These are called Prickle balls and they're great. Feeling that a tennis ball or rolled up socks will do, it's just to allow the bottom of your foot to move against it and give it a little bit of tension. So, everybody feeling well? I hope. Any aches and pains, just be mindful and don't do anything that will make them worse. Work at your own level, and if you need to take a break, by all means take a break. Have your water within reaching distance. Make sure that your surrounding area is clear, and let's get started with our Pilates stance. So just have the ball somewhere handy. Toes together, toes apart, heels apart, then soften through those knees. You'll feel a slight engagement through the thighs. You want your hips to be nice and even, so you want these two bones to be level with each other, and then just give a gentle rock forward and back, making it smaller, and then just settle in what for you is a neutral position. Think of a corset round the core area and tighten the corset just enough to feel a connection. Bring the shoulders back and down, chin parallel to the floor, and imagine the head like a helium balloon just floating on top. Okay, so we're now immediately going to go out of stance by setting the foot on your ball. Now, we're going to start with the ball in the middle of the foot, so it's just evenly positioned, and just roll forward and back. Now, it depends on yourself how you feel about how hard you press in this. If you've got a hard ball, do it lightly. If, like me, you've got one of the Prickle balls that has a bit of give, you can afford to do it a bit more rigorously. If you've got tickly feet, you may not like it at all, and you'll just be tentative. But you're aiming to go from the toes up to the heel, and just give it a nice brisk rub. And then just pause at the center. Now, go to the big toe side, and you're going to go down the instep of the foot, so from the big toe to the heel. Now, it'll cause it to wobble about a wee bit, so don't worry about your even stance. Just the moment you're just concentrating on the movement forward and back on the ball or the sock or whatever you're using. And then go to the other side, so you're the little toe side, and you're doing the outside of the foot. Again, more tricky than the center, and it does take a bit of concentration. You always tell people when they're working at the feet, you don't need to look at your feet. You do in this case, just to make sure everything's where you think it is. And then come back to the center, and go from heel through the toe again. Nice and briskly, just forward and back. Now, come to the ball of the foot and press down. Allow the heel to drop and just press down into it so that your toes are gently curling over it. And then move it towards the heel, toes in the front, and just gently press the heel down. Then come back to the center and just give it a gentle circling around one direction, circle around the other direction. And then forward and back, nice and briskly. And then release it. Ooh! Now, it always surprises me how good that feels. So hopefully you feel the same. Okay, to the other side. Now get your balance first. This knee is soft, remember, don't lock it out. And then just nice brisk forward and back. Pressing as firmly as you wish. Ideally in the center of the foot to start with. Doesn't matter if the feet are slightly out of alignment or you need to readjust. And then just pause. Now go to the big toe side and then just press along that instep. We'll do it slightly slower until you get the momentum going. So you're aiming to get it on the inside of that foot. And 3, and 2, and 1. And then the opposite side, so start with the little toe. And then you're going to the outside of the foot. Again, it might take a little bit of manoeuvring to make sure that you connect with the right side. So you're on the outside. And then bring it back to center and just give it another little rattle in the middle. Supporting leg is soft. Remember that core connection, so don't let everything go just because you're concentrating on the feet. Now, just allow your heel to drop onto the floor behind you and press down with your toes. Now they're not curling round per se, they're just pressing gently down. And then roll it through. Press down in the heel, you can adjust your feet if need be. Just press gently down. Then bring it into the centre and just circle in one direction. Very awkward depending on the foot that you're using. I can do it on the right, not the left. And then go in the other direction. And then come back through centre and just give it a roll. Now see somebody very sensibly using a wall for balance. That's a great idea. I'm just nowhere near one. It helps you to concentrate on what you're doing without worrying about balance. And then release. Set your ball out of harm's way. And just hopefully feel a little bit of release through the feet. And that travels all the way up the body. Okay, now take your weight gently onto one side and just take a point forward, side, behind and tap. Forward, side, behind and tap. Forward, side, behind and tap. Forward, side, behind, together. Get your position and do it the other side. Forward, side, behind and through. Forward, side, behind and through. If you want to just swish it along the top so you're not actually touching, if your balance is good enough, by all means do so. Now this time, forward, side, behind and through. Forward, side, behind and through. So we're bringing in an element of balance, and we're also using the knee and hip to get a little bit of movement in that area. 1, 2, 3, lift and release. Transfer to the other side, get your balance first, lift up through the hip, forward, side, behind and lift. 1, 2, 3 and lift. Again, you can touch or not, that's entirely up to how you feel. 1, 2, 3, lift and release. Now just ease it through, pressing from toe through the heel. Now we're going to keep that sequence of forward, side and behind, but we're going to lift the leg. Arms can do whatever you want them to do. So we're doing a knee lift and release, side leg instead of the touch, back leg, release, easy squat and up, and then change. So knee lift and release, side leg. As I said, the arms are optional. As you go back, lean forward and release, easy squat sitting back towards that stool. Knee lift and release. Again, you can avoid touching down if your balance is okay. But anybody who's got any balance issues tonight, please don't do that. Keep it nice and steady. And as you notice, I am touching down in between each one because I don't trust my balance just at the moment entirely. Sit and release. Knee, side leg. So we're getting a little bit of arm toning as well. Slide forward, lean, belly button through the spine. Sit into the squat. Knee lift. Out to the side. Slightly back. And squat. One more each side. So float the knee up and release. Out to the side and release. Forward lean, belly button through the spine. Release it down. Slow squat. Last time this side. Knee and side. Behind. Bring it through. Take it down and release, and then just come up onto the toes and release it down. So just coming up as high as you're comfortable with. You've already warmed the feet up with the ball work, so you should be able to balance quite well in this. 2 more of these. Lift and release. lift, and release. Now, option in the next one. Option number one, take one foot forward and take the other foot back. This knee is in a bent position. The back knee is just going to drop towards the floor, arms open. Drop and open. Option two, squat and open. So if you don't want the lunge, do a squat, okay? When you're doing this one, make sure knee is over ankle, back stays long, and then you just drop and release. So think of that back knee just dropping down towards the floor. It doesn't need to go anywhere near it. Drop and open across the chest. Drop and open. Now you can do it as little as that or as deep as you want. Last two. Drop and release. Drop, release. Now take the back foot, bring it forward, just give it a little press. And then what we do on one side, we do on the other. If you prefer the squat option, remember you're just squatting. So take the foot back. Now ideally you want those toes facing in the same direction. Bend the front knee and check that it's over the ankle. Nice long spine. And then just forward and open. So think of that knee just dropping down towards the mat and open. Keep belly button through the spine and open. Drop and open. And 4 and open. 3 and open. 2 and open. Last one. Open, drop the hands, push from the back, and again, just press through, toe to heel. Then take your feet into your comfortable Pilates position. Remembering the setup, core engagement. Now, coming up towards the upper body, we're going to do a ripple. So take a ripple forward, open it up. Reach forward, so you're doing a very shallow squat. Reach forward and open, reach forward and open. Now this time reach forward, hold it open, take it up and over and through, up and over, through, release. And again. Reach forward, open, take it up and over, and center, up and over, center, release. Reach, open, take it up and over, through center, up and over, through center, press it down. Last time. Reach, take it up, lateral stretch, release, reach, release, take it down. Now get the shoulders, release. Nice big exaggerated circle. Reach and release, reach. Now one arm only. Take the arm up and pause, bring it back and through. Other side. Now you can look in the direction or not. So if it doesn't suit you to turn your head, just take it up and round, keeping the eyes forward, through and back. One more time, take it up and round, pause, through and back, and release. Then just bring the shoulders up, release it down. Lift and release. Lift and drop. Last one, lift, drop.